Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 61 of Direwolf20's server play. Tog, Soren, and VSWE on the server, and about 20 people in TeamSpeak right now. Looks like Slowpoke and Dan200 and Metabase and Player and Soren and all kinds of people hanging out. Lex Manos is
We
here
should
too.
clarify that, like the reason most of us have been here 3 episodes in a row is because you've been recording 3 episodes in a row.
Shh, you're destroying the magic.
You really are.
And somebody's throwing
episode a
stuff
day.
at me.
Come on.
I thought it went out live.
Yeah, he's doing
well,
this on Twitch.
Didn't you just wake up, Slowpoke? I mean...
Yeah, like just like an hour ago.
Alright, so that explains your thoughts.
Yeah.
I like how he thinks it goes out live, yet he listens to himself on the stream.
Well,
Also
like
true.
you, Lex, I go back in time, man. You know,
Oh,
I'm
in fairness, yes.
I'm
No.
not restricted to linear time anymore.
I'm the only one who can go back in time.
I jump on your back. You piggyback me
So-
through.
For background story with them, Lex Manos can go back in time and slap us across the face and say thank you for a mod pack he never got. That's all you need to know.
So yeah, everyone who's watching Direwolf's video, if Metabase has not given me the mod pack by the time this video airs, you can all go smack him.
Oh, so plenty
Oh,
of
really?
time,
Yeah, really. You just like gave him an entire week.
I got so much time now.
yeah.
I know, which is why I want, Direwolf, 10,000 people to go smack him?
More.
I'm going to be honest with you, Metabase, you really don't have all that much time.
I will be
No.
posting Metabase's address in a comment in this video so people can actually
Hey.
go up and smack him.
Facebook
Nice.
account and everything.
Excuse me while I go private on Facebook.
Like I use Facebook.
Yeah,
Like we
on
haven't
the top.
copied the info.
On the top.
Why did I not make this age an eternal day age? That's all I want to
I
know.
don't
Like,
know.
what was I
I
thinking
should've.
when I'm like, oh, I want it to be nighttime sometimes?
You can actually
in my
use
in my
that.
dev age?
Because you wanted to sleep with all the mod developers.
That
What?
sounds way
Yeah,
too
apparently.
Conf-
Alright, everybody, get
Especially
ready to go to
acceptable.
sleep, because I need to do things.
Things.
Oh, yeah.
Go to sleep. Need to do things. That was not the
Alright,
best way to
don't
go
want to know.
about that.
I need to finish making my red power battery recharger thingy.
There you
Is that
go.
what you call it?
Yeah.
Oh, on the note of sleeping with the mod developers, Metabase does not make a mod. Just to be clear, Direwolf
Yes, he
on
does.
people
It's a bacon mod.
don't make any mods. I just play them. All right, now that that's how that
He's
works.
just that attractive.
Yay, creepers exploding everywhere.
Soren, did you get our special chests done?
I did not yet. I haven't slept since then. Not because of that, but
Have you heard about our special chests diet?
I have not. You
Oh my
comfortable
God.
talking about it on stream?
Yeah. It's
Cool.
believe it or not, well, although it didn't originate, it's come about because of Doc M77.
Oh, yeah?
Did you watch his first episode of his Minecraft thing? Modded Minecraft?
Is it up? I saw the one where he was talking about it. I don't know if I saw him actually sit down and start playing with it much. Besides the,
Yeah,
him like announcing he was going to be doing it.
Yeah, so the first episode is up, and he was like, obviously he's really, really new to mods. So I'm only telling you this because it gives you a bit of background to what actually happened.
Okay.
And he had set up a little base with Monkey Farm, and there were some chests in his little storeroom, and they got blew up by a creeper. So his stuff was all over the floor. And they would talk about, oh, that must be what iron chests are for, because they couldn't work out why you would have iron chests on there. And maybe
Oh.
iron chests are blast resistant and stuff like that. Obviously, that's not the truth. We know that, but
Right.
it's a really good idea.
Yeah, it is actually.
So I spoke to CPW, and he said, well, the code's actually already there. I just can't do graphics very good. So we spoke to Soren, and Soren's doing graphics, and very soon we're probably going to have blast-resistant iron chests.
Nice.
depending on if I can get the way I was doing it with my crystals and engineering table to work.
I think it's
Right.
like an upgrade that he's going to put on. You know, like you upgrade from iron to silver or
Yeah,
silver to
well,
gold.
that part's not the hard part. It's where
Yeah.
to put the rendering code, actually, because he renders the item in the inventory at the same time as the entity, and when you have it in your hand, and when it's on the ground. All
Yeah.
three of those are different renders. But
You just said a whole bunch of things.
Okay, so when you have an item in your inventory,
I'm just.
it shows a block, right?
Go on.
That's a separate render from what's in your hand, which is a separate render from what you place on the world.
And a render
That's-
for
that's
those
how
not
rendering works.
following along still is
Right.
what things
Except I'm
basically
used to separating
look
the three. At least everything from the world and the item render. And I tried adding just a what's it called? I tried rendering a texture, just a flat texture on the side of the block, and it changed the entire texture. No matter where I put that method in his code.
Go on.
So I ran into a snag. I'm still trying to figure it out. And as soon
Send
as
me
I do,
workspace, I'll fix it. I'm bored.
send you workspace. That means I have to send some stuff.
This goes back to all the way. This goes all the way back to when I first met Lex. A discovery about him is when he is bored, man, can you get stuff done? You need a favor, you better hope Lex is bored.
Shut up.
No, it's true.
The good thing is that's actually a really, really cool idea to have. I mean, I would kill for blast resistant chest.
Yeah, that is a neat idea. Is obsidian going to be part of the recipe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
sure
that's
hope so.
kind of what he's talking about. You know, surround the chest in obsidian. Oh, surround something in obsidian, and that would create the obsidian item.
It sounds like a cool idea. I like it.
Save so many headaches.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would. Alright, so if I
Especially
want
the
this thing to
sevens.
go into the bottom here, that's going to have to go...
During the Mistcraft bug where all blocks were steep, I had 7 of those because of a creeper.
Your microphone's acting funny, by the way. Somebody's
Yeah.
microphone is staticky. I don't know who it is. If it's Slowpoke
I
or
think
if
it's
you.
Soren's.
A
What's
little
sorry?
warbly noise.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a scraping noise.
Oh, that's mine.
Cutting in and out, scrape noise.
I'm kind of thinking maybe for just balance purposes, he should, if you attach that upgrade, it would reduce the size of the inventory a little bit,
From your channel.
Could be.
just to bring it into balance.
Or
Yeah,
not.
you're giving up some storage space in return for blast resistance.
Or one row along the entire outside.
Just something like that, yeah.
Then again, who can think you put an entire freaking mountain worth of rock into a single chest? I want to know who invented chests in Minecraft and congratulate them on folding space.
It's a TARDIS
Yeah.
chest. Leave it alone. It's a TARDIS chest. It's fine.
Somebody makes a
In all
Tesseract
reality-
chest.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You can't even connect pneumatic tubes to the side of a battery box. Awesome.
Nope.
Like in
Never
all
even
reality,
tried.
what you can't?
Nope. Not anymore. You used to be able to. She fixed that.
Oh. That doesn't seem broken to me.
Well, okay. She made it to top or bottom. You had to pick one.
Why?
So you can have an array of them, I think. And have one pipe go past all of them. I don't know.
Man.
She might have got annoyed with it and fixed what she thought was wrong.
Fair enough.
This is not going to be terribly easy, so I will AFK for a moment and be back. Alright guys, we're back on camera again, and just excited for the fact that I finally figured out a good way to make this nice and compact and underneath my house thing. I need my timer set up. And I just need to rotate it. I'm going to set the timer to like 10 seconds or so. And now we should be good to go. Now all I have to do is make ender chests for these guys instead of regular chests. But the way this should work is, and I need to get some batteries for it, so let's get that going. just get an empty battery real quick. Yeah, steal my battery, why don't you? I see your snowballs.
I found a use for my union.
And the retriever, or the filter pulls out this guy, and the retriever pulls out an empty battery. So ideally this should work. There it goes in there. And then once it empties out, the retriever should take it and put it in there. Beautiful, it works. And then the BT battery, the empty one, won't be able to come out through here. So now the only thing left to do is make these ender chests, and we should have a self-charging system. So let me go get some ender chests. And of course my energy is super low. Alright, so a pair of ender chests.
Having 3 instances of Minecraft open is always fun.
Why 3 instances?
One for Minecraft, second one for Zycraft, and the third one for a dedicated server of Zycraft.
Nice. Ooh, my wood log system backed up. Cool. I better upgrade that guy. Two diamonds and 1 piece of gold and glass.
So now I think these stats are slightly off again.
My stats are off?
Unless you only went back through your back door 6 times. Yeah.
Oh. That's funny. Maybe the computer's reset?
Yeah, I think it crashed earlier.
Yeah, the server was down earlier. That's why.
Oh.
I don't think I've used yellow, black yet, so that's what's happening now. Yellow, yellow.
What else can
Black.
I do?
Cool. Now I'll probably want to make a few more batteries for this purpose, but for now this will work for us. So many creeper holes in this age. Again, why?
Oh, one you caused.
Well, no, not why are the creeper holes, why did I not make this a eternal day? Alright, ender chest goes in. Everything should be hooked up now, so we should have a pretty decent charging system with our ender chest. Just want to keep an eye on this and make sure everything goes right. So 10 seconds, boom, it starts draining and fills up the battery. We've got a decent sized solar array, but you know, if we need more, that's always possible. And then ticks again and it should go over into here. Cool. At which point over here, this thing will pick it up at some point. As soon as the 10-second delay goes, there we go, cool. And that thing should fill up. And it won't pull it out until we've drained the battery. So, looks like our system's working. I'm gonna get a few more batteries going here. Everybody's quiet all of a sudden. All kinds of cool conversation was going on a minute ago, and then everybody got quiet when I said I was recording.
The last cool thing I said was forge events. That really doesn't sound cool after thinking about it. But they are nifty.
Indeed they are.
Hey,
And
are you allowed to talk on camera, Lex, about chunk loaders and how you and CBW made out?
I guess.
Because I know you were looking at like redoing chunk loaders a little bit. What? How's that going?
Like I said, the old setup that chunk loaders had, modders were bad and they were eating up so much resources during the tick that I just said screw it, it's not in 1.3.2.
Cool.
But CPW and I sat down and we had a little discussion on the best practice for doing chunk loaders, and it should be fairly efficient. It should prevent modders from being, well, stupid.
Fair enough. I like it. Alright, so
mean,
now I've got this thing that can move. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because, like, chunk loaders, I don't know, like, I'm very much for chunk loaders, only because I feel like, you know, they're useful.
They are useful, but if you have 2 chunk loaders in your world and it eats up 70% of your tick time, there's something wrong.
Yeah. It's just, you know, like in vanilla Minecraft, there's no need for things to happen when you're not in the chunk. So, like, I get it, unloading chunks to save memory, but with mods and stuff, it's kind of important, you know? Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet.
A little
Get
bit.
some stuff.
Don't, as many people know, don't make your nuclear reactor cross chunk boundaries.
I think mine's within the same chunk boundary. I have no idea.
I'm gonna have to go check that.
I'm pretty sure the
Has-
snowmen aren't, but that's alright. It's pretty well cooled.
Has nobody made a nice user interface for checking chunk boundaries yet?
Not
The closest was the tether block. And that's not even that neat.
well. Yeah, like the teleport tethers do it all right, but you have to place
And
down a chunk loader to see the boundaries.
chicken
I don't think
chunks.
there's a good
Kinda
way
have
to
a really-
like just see all chunk boundaries as they exist.
Yeah.
Someone needs to do that.
It's sleep time in Dire Age. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that at all, because I need a good way to see, you know, what chunks are loaded in, or what chunk boundaries are without just throwing down a chunk loader. That would be real nice. Wink, wink.
That requires rendering stuff. I can't render anything.
You could just, you know, mentally calculate.
No, mentally and
16.
calculation, no.
Yeah, right? Alright, guys, I'll be
Now.
back in just a few minutes. Alright, guys, I am back to recording, and Shadow Dragon's hanging out on the server with us. You guys should know who Shadow Dragon is. I've only mentioned him a handful of times. He's a pretty cool guy, has his own YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. It's just youtube.com/ShadowDragon, just like that, right, Chad?
Yeah, that is correct. You could probably just put an annotation right at that spot and people
Yep.
see that.
Definitely could, if I remember. I'm terrible at remembering annotations. I always say I'm going to do that, and then, like, when I go to upload the video, I'm like, totally forgot.
I am the exact same way. I'm always wanting to put links to the next or previous episode, and I always forget.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it. And I always apologize to my fans. I'm like, sorry, I forgot to put the link up. And they're like, oh, Dire.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just the thing that happens. Do I want that, or do I... Nah, I don't think I need this.
What is this over here? It looks like you have like water source blocks or something just hanging in midair.
Oh, yeah, that's ice. When ice melts, it doesn't flow until it updates.
Oh, indeed, that is true. Wow, I never thought of doing that because of that.
Yep, that's a Richard G creation.
So if you travel through a block, it does not cause a block update, does it?
Correct.
So you could use those for floating midair water breaks. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty neat, right?
I love it.
Everybody on my channel is probably wondering, what the heck is he making now? And the answer is, I have no idea.
That's always a way to get started.
Yep. That might not be the actual answer, but that's the answer I'm going to give right now. So let's see. No idea how I want this to work. I'm getting addicted to flying, and I keep looking at my energy level, and I'm like, I'm using so much EU.
Is that the gravitation suit?
Yeah, it's awesome, but it's crazy.
I hear they're extremely expensive to make too. I haven't actually played with that yet.
Hey, Lex Manos is whitelisted on this server? I had no idea. What's up, Lex? I know he's in here. Yeah, how do I want to do this? Wondering if the YouTube audience has any idea what I'm making.
I bet it's a giant monkey.
Come check it out, and you know, you have a rough idea of what I'm making, right?
If it's about what we just discussed just as I signed on, then yes.
Yeah, come check it out and tell me what you think so far. I'm in my computer age, by the way. Where'd that block just go?
Alright, hang on, let me see if I can get oriented here.
Yep, just right inside my house there should be computer age book.
Apparently there's a doorbell.
Yeah, it rings too.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't even know if I've shown that on camera yet.
Make everything really nice.
I might have like walked past it, but I didn't actually show it on camera yet, I don't think. My little doorbell. It's really just 2 note blocks with a redstone repeater.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Nothing terribly fancy. That should kind of sort of maybe work. What do you think?
Looks good so far.
Obviously, the cobble represents, you know, another type of block.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I need these at the top here.
You're probably going to have to replace these pipes with redstone pipes, though.
Oh, yeah, probably. I'm just getting, like, a rough layout.
Is this going to be 3-dimensional or something?
Yeah. It's a 9x9 in the middle. What's up, Slowpoke?
I've just had a very nice dinner.
Oh, nice. I'm recording too, by the way. Just FYI.
Oh, cool.
Which,
Chicken kebabs for the win.
What's that?
Kebab for the win. Chicken, you know, chicken, like barbecue chicken with onions and peppers and stuff.
Nice.
Lovely. Still around, Max?
Yeah.
He's here. He was just being real quiet because I was recording. I'm going to need a lot more frames, I think. Either that or I need to rethink my strategy because this isn't right.
About my TS, Lex.
I should have probably built this in my test world, but this is practically my test world anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. Things are occurring to me that are going to make this a little trickier than I originally thought. And bigger. This is going to be a heck of a large build. Alright guys, give me a few minutes here to just think, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am adjusting this a little bit in terms of how it works, I think. Maybe. Hopefully this works out all right. That'll do. I don't even think I need this anymore, really, honestly. That ought to do. This is more like a proof of concept, and then I'm going to build this out a little bit more in a future episode probably, guys. But just so you get a gist of what I'm hoping to accomplish here, this is, like I said, a pretty large build. Like, really, really large. There we go, that'll charge these guys up. And then I probably just want a couple buttons. Come on, charge up. Let's go. There it goes. Cool. This thing should be ticking, which it is. These guys got their power, which they do. Alright, so basically, I want to be able to do this. Wiggle. Nice. That's working pretty well, actually. I like it. Alright guys, I'm back, and basically messing around with this little crazy frame machine I've got here. Players coming in over to inspect my work. Tells me I'm crazy for what I'm attempting to build. Not even sure if it's entirely possible, but I'm hoping it works out. But basically, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm trying to build a one of those portable frame moving quarry machine things like Player and the other guys have made, but I want it to be a three-dimensional one. So I'd like to be able to be inside my little 9x9 house here that will hopefully be my control room, and I can, you know, issue commands that will cause this stuff to run. This thing will basically be one of those wiggle quarry things where instead of cobble it's going to be block breakers, and what they'll do is they'll you know, move up and down and break the blocks in front of them and then allow the quarry to move forward and backwards and stuff like that. So that's the basic gist there. But I'd also like to be able to dig down into the earth using this thing. So I could, you know, start up here and then dig straight down. For that I'm going to need a much wider base. So instead of having a wider base, I'm going to pretty much just have like a normal sized base, but have it move instead of one block each direction like these guys are moving, right? Like this thing's only moving one block each way, right? So like up and down. The one on the bottom is going to move left and right much more, to the point where maybe like 3 times to the left and 3 times to the right or something like that, and that'll clear the way for this thing to be able to move up and down more. And ideally I'd like to have more arms on the other sides, but I'm starting to wonder like how necessary it would be for all of that. But we'll see. I mean, as the project proceeds, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to need a lot of block breakers. A lot. And why don't you move the whole thing? Might make it much more compact and easier. Why don't I move what whole thing? Oh, the whole... In order to do the... Like that. And then... So you mean move the whole thing up and down. Instead of having an arm there, you mean like that. So just move the whole contraption up and down. That might make it easier. Two sets of motors for every direction. Huh, I had enough trouble with one set. Which I feel like got pretty compact, by the way. I'm pretty happy with.
User left your channel.
Not too shabby, right? I know it is. So, I don't know. It might be a little tricky because honestly, like, I need to break a lot of blocks if I want this to be able to, like, move down into the earth. I have to, like, really be crazy about it. But I think it should be doable. It might work to move the whole thing, because then I'll need far less motors, right? Just be like, you know, move the whole thing up and down. Could be cool. Yeah, true. And you know what? If I move this thing, this entire thing, then what I could do might be cool. Yeah. Could be neat. Yeah, if I move the whole 9x9, instead of just like the arm thing like I had there in this setup, it would be less motors, it would be less energy, maybe a little more energy, but, yeah, slower. I don't know, I'll have to think it over. So that's what I might do between this episode and next, is figure out exactly how I want to build this thing. Like, I'm kind of coming up with this as I go instead of my usual plan of, you know, build it and then test it, and then, you know, I'm kind of just building it and spitballing as I play along. So how about I check this out real quick? Hang on a sec. Oh yeah, definitely reached the 30-minute mark, so I have to wrap up here and then come back. But pretty much what I'm going to do between this episode and next, like I said, is figure out how I want this thing to run. If I want to have an arm like this that moves up and down and then moves the whole machine forward, or if I want the whole machine to move up and down, you know, and that might make it a little bit more compact and a little bit easier to build. But I don't know, we'll see. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 61 of Direwolf20's Server Play. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, take it easy.